What's up, man? It's your boy King Solomon Jr., aka Mr. Sutton, aka Said He Said. So, by the title of this, I think I'm going to name this Family Drama in the BS Part 1. Let's get it, let's go. Number 1, family. Who are you to decide what someone's value is? I mean, let's just take it down. Your boy's been going through a lot of stuff lately, and I'm about to put it all out there. So, if you listen to earlier episodes of the show, you know that one of the things I struggled most with was depression and suicide thoughts. So let's get into what has taken place and what I've been through. So, as you know, last year I graduated with my audio engineering degree from Ohio Media School. Shout out to them, by the way. I love you guys. Appreciate everything y'all do. So I've been working on the podcast with me and the rest of the Gotham City crew, as well as working at my church, aka / radio station that my apostle has. They also have a platform over on Heavenly Host International Radio. So I've been in the groundwork, helping, building up, and expanding the gospel for about a year now. God started it with an apostle, Hosea, and he gave me the opportunity to come in and showcase the talent that God has given me and that Ohio Media School adorned and gave me certifications in. With that being said, certain family members feel that I am wasting my God-given talents. They feel that I don't have anything, that I'm not doing nothing, and that because I am a bit of a recluse, and play it real close to the vest, that I'm insignificant. And I thank God for my apostle, man, because when this was said to me, I promise you, I almost slipped back into deep depression, and I could feel those suicidal thoughts coming back up. And if I wasn't anchored in my faith in God, I would have went back into deep depression and probably wouldn't be here, because I probably would have went on and committed suicide. But Friday, as I was sitting on my couch, just pondering, like, you're one of my elders in the family, and like you really feel this way about me? I mean, they went as far as to say that my wife, Mrs. Sutton, was unhappy, and that we should just get divorced and let her be, because I'm insignificantly making her unhappy and she's doing everything. Need I? I'm working on my cousin. Need I remind you that in the beginning of all this, I was working almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Did you forget about that? Did you forget that I put her in not one but two different houses and 3 or 4 different vehicles? But I'm insignificant. I am insignificant. I ain't gonna lie, boy. That one stung. But it was in the conversation with talking to my apostle, who really counseled me, and he helped me on more than he'll ever know. I could think I told him a little bit today, like that almost destroyed me. Like, are you serious? What you mean? Like, I'm not one of these dudes that sits around, play games all day, and manipulate people. I told you the mental anguish that I went through and how I was in deep depression and contemplating suicide a lot. And because I'm not where you think I should be, you tried to send me back there? Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? So I listened to everything they had to say. Me being insignificant. My wife does everything. I I don't have nothing. I'm a wasted talent. I have all this talent, but I'm wasting it away. God's gonna take it from me. I mean, and a whole lot of other bull crap. It's it's remotely funny that you will go that far to try to destroy me because I'm not where you think I should be. But I should thank you for your words because it reminded me of an earlier conversation that I had with you when I was working 24 hours a day before COVID hit my body, and I have good and bad weeks, and sometimes I get so hot that I overheat. They call it a long haul COVID person. You got mad at me then because you said I worked too much. And I abandoned the family. I did. That's funny. That's real cute. Just because you help out from time to time does not give you the right or the authority to demean me, to low grade me, to tear me down, or try to destroy me. Let me repeat that. Just because you help out from time to time does not give you the authority to crucify me. You are a human just like I am. You're trying to get to heaven just like I am. You're no better than me. I'm no better than you. We both run in the same race called life. That's one of the things I hate about black folks and family members in general. Because it's not just the black community that tear down their own race. All races are doing it. Who are you? Now, I could see if I was taking the family money, gambling it, drugging it up, and just doing stupid stuff, spending it on stuff that's not going to bring no kind of benefit. But I have not. I work. Every dime that I get, I put it in my home so it benefits my household. That's what I've done from the age of 5 until the age that I am now, which is 38. I've stood on principle. I'm going to take care of my home first, and everything's going to come after that. Why? Because that's the principles I stand on today, tomorrow, and forevermore. Home comes first. Number 2, just because you're an authority figure in the family does not give you the authority to tear me down. I don't care how you feel. Keep your mouth off me. You don't know me. And that's the reason why I will never let you get to know me. For what? So you can keep ripping me and tearing me to shreds? I think not. I'm not going to. I can't. You see, what you see as not being a benefactor, I see as God pruning me and working everything else around me out and showing me exactly what needs to be cut off. My dear man, I remind you of something. I'm very good at cutting people off. And you're cut off, you just don't know it yet. Because if you can't help me be to where I need to be for God's grace, and if you're not an asset, you're a liability. But you got to be careful, because a lot of them assets are liabilities described as assets. Let me repeat that. All sheep ain't sheep. Some sheep are wolves in sheep clothing. Yeah, I said it. It's been a while. So I'm going to take my time and do this thing justly. Moving on from you. Still talking about this topic. Next up. I think I'm gonna change it to family betrayal. Now, next up topic on the list. Let's talk about you. You. Mm. I've given you as much of me as I possibly could. And what do? Because you have been allowed to use an excuse that you do not have the authority or legal right to hold claim to. What do you mean by that? For those of you that grew up in a pretty decent environment, although mama and daddy might not have been there and did a whole lot of other stupid stuff, but if your environment was pretty good, you can no longer use the excuse that my parents wasn't there for me, so this is why I act the way I act. My apostle says all the time, when a baby is born, it's an infant. At some point, that baby needs to start walking. How you 18 plus and still talking about, well, my mama and daddy wasn't there for me. So you gonna let that destroy you? You gonna let that beseech you? Put on your big boy, big girl underwear. Use that to motivate you. It's never too late. It's never too late. So what? I told y'all before, me and my old man reconnected after 20 plus years. Got a pretty good relationship now. Calls me annoying, but we actually have a relationship now. Still praying for him and my brother one day. So it's never too late. It's not too late until you over in that box. Still got time to get it right. No. Your life ain't going nowhere because you choose. You chose. You're not in a crazy, mixed up relationships or mess because you saw what your parents went through and what they done. At some point, you're going to have to take accountability. And that's the problem. Don't nobody want to take accountability for anything. It stings, don't it? I know. But I told you, this is raw and uncut, and I'm just getting started. Next up. This is for the parents I want to start out by saying I love all y'all and I appreciate you and I respect you. But if I don't say this, I won't be able to sleep at night. Stop showing favoritism. Because your bewilderness or unable to accept accountability for your demonic, terrible actions cause a rife, I think it is, between the kids because you want to play favoritism. Stop that manipulation. Stop manipulating your kids. I get it. If you're grown, you should pay something. But manipulating a situation to your benefit so that you can keep your money, but spend all of theirs, and then when they try to move out, you manipulate that situation and tell them that they need to do better. I would do better if I was able to keep the money that I had at work for. That you basically manipulated, stole from me. Did I say that? Cut it out. Get real with yourself. Stop showing favoritism. Stop manipulating. Tell these kids the truth. Stop blaming them for what their mama or their daddy didn't do. You act just like your mama, or you look just like your daddy. Be real. Ain't nobody tell you to be in back of that Jeep with your legs up in the air. You made that decision. You knew she was crazy, but you still slept with her anyway. If she crazy, she's only a figment of what you already are. She's crazy, you like sleeping with crazy people. Y'all both got issues. How sick and twisted and narcissistic can you be? And then you have the audacity to say, hey, it's your job to pay everything. I'm going to keep my money. Well, if it's my job to pay everything, I need to be the only one living up in here. Oh, before I go, for those of you that try to do the same thing with this new generation of children, it ain't gonna work. Now, I'll give you that some of them are retarded. But the ones that's good and really trying to do well, you're not going to be able to manipulate them. You can't manipulate them. But you keep talking about them and disrespecting them. Listen, If you know that a child is sensitive about certain things, why do you keep beating them over the head with that? And then you have the audacity to say, well, I don't know why they treat me like that. I do. I got a very good idea why they treat you like that. Here's a little point. Keep doing it. And then when you're behind wind up in a nursing home, please don't be looking up in the sky talking about, God, how did I get here? Because I know how you got there. I know how you got there real quick. You got there because you diabolical, maniacal, and a narcissist that can't accept the word accountability for your own actions. So you figure if you disrespect your child, that same disrespect gonna work for their child. You get your feelings hurt quickly. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. Sitting around calling them H's and B's and N's, and then wondering why they buck up at you and wanting to throw hands and threatening to shoot you, ignoring you. Take some accountability. You brought that on yourself. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. Okay, moving right along. To you other folks. You thought I left you guys out? Now I'm getting ready to go off. In the beginning, your storyline was everybody abandoned me. They mistreat me. They do me wrong. They do me dirty. I don't know why everybody has turned on me. I think I might have an insight to that. Is it because you're selfish? Is it because you're manipulative? Is it because you're cunning? Is it because you're diabolical? Is it because of your thieving ways? Is it because you're toxic, sinister, treacherous, or deceitful? Let's talk about it. You say everybody has turned on you and you do not understand why. Let's break that down. There are very few cases of people turning on folks. But your case is a special one. Let's take some accountability. What is it that you have done to make everyone see you in a different light? I got a list of questions for you. Have you ever been deceitful? Have you ever lied? Have you ever stole? Have you ever manipulated? Have you ever been so toxic that the environment around you is unbreathable? Do you make everyone around you uncomfortable? Are you self-centered and selfish? Are you want it your way or the highway? Are you a hindrance or a blessing? When the last time you done something nice for somebody? Because let's face facts. You and I both know that you're a heartless, self-centered individual. I believe the proper term is coward. Cowards hide in a group of people and throw stuff. Real folks, we stand up and be accounted, and we'll tell you straight to your face how we feel. We ain't with all that rah-rah. How do you make everyone in your circle a benefit? Or are you the only one eating? If you're in a group of people and you're the only one eating out that group, there's a problem. Houston, we got a problem. And a major one at that. Multiple times, you've been given chance after chance after chance after opportunity. And because you such a great manipulator, you good for a while. You real good for a while. Now, whether a while is 72 hours or a couple of weeks, you good for a little time. But what's that old saying? A leopard don't change his spots. And you ain't changed yours. So I told you early in the broadcast, I play everything close to the vest. And I'm real good at cutting folks off. You're the next person that has been cut off, and you just don't know it yet. And this time, when I cut you off, it's going to take an act of God to allow you back in my life. Because I am done. You taking me way past my breaking point. I keep begging and asking God for some type of relief. But he leaves you. Because this time when he removes you, I will truly understand that you're toxic for me. And I will be destroyed in my life and in my profession if I continue to hang around you. Friend, family, foe. At some point, you gotta grow up. And you're never gonna grow up if I continue to stand in your way. I truly understand now why people live in recluse and separate themselves, because you can't be around everyone. A lot of people are toxic. And I can't be around toxic people. You bring me down. Watching you self-destruct is depressing. Because I've tried over and over and over and over again to help you succeed. All I can do is give you the tools and information But if you still hell bent on jumping off and do into the crowd and going down the wrong road, please stop using the excuse that wouldn't nobody help you. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that BS. I don't know what to do. It literally gives me a headache. But between us, let's have a little heart to heart while ain't nobody around. What's your real reason for you being manipulative and toxic the way you are? Are you jealous? Are you jealous that you don't have what you see? Are you trying to destroy what you see? Because it's already been established that you're going to use anything and anyone to benefit you. It's been a long line of people that have done it. That's how I'm able to recognize it. So what is it? Is it a used thing? Or is it a jealous thing? Or are you just blatantly trying to sabotage and destroy because you want to be the center of attention? Is that why you keep picking on folks around you? Is that why you manipulating folks? Is that what this is? Because everywhere you seem to go, or everything you seem to touch, comes with a destruction attached to it. Folks, yeah, they talk about me all the time. But the one thing I can't say is God definitely got his hands on me, because everything I seem to be touching is blossoming. It may not look like it to you, but glory be to God, it's there. So what this really about? I mean, you're you got some big heavy balls there. But I need to know, for me. Because you create a toxic environment around you. And because we around you, we get sucked in like a vacuum cleaner. Make it make sense. What's it gonna be? Are you gonna tell the truth? Are you gonna say what this really is about? Or are you gonna continue to hide your hand? Let me just bust your little bubble. We already know. We already know. We see through your lies and your manipulation. Bruh, we've been watching this our whole life. That's how we know what you're doing. Let me let you in on a little secret. At some point, what's done in the dark eventually comes to the light. Mm-hmm. You playing with a handful of hearts and we got a handful of spades. You think you're going to win? Not a chance. But do me a favor. Since you're always talking about you got grapefruits, you think you the genetic jackhammer and you got big balls? Just tell the truth. Is it hatred, envy, jealous, manipulation, selfishness? Or you're one of those people that just, if you're not happy, you don't want nobody else happy? What's it going to be? Woo. I know I'm stepping on toes. But family betrayal. See you on part 2.